Hi guys, I wanted to make a video addressing the in and out discussion board that we had. Some of the ways that you did it aren't necessarily wrong, um, but let's look at probably what is more accurate. So anyways, technology and we don't agree. I just got this new tablet and the pen worked fine until today when I go to make the video, and now they're sending me a new one. Anyways, I'm that guy. I don't touch the copy machine, I'll break it. So, alright, let's take a look at this. First off, let's go a little bigger. Okay, so we went down to 10. Well, technically we could go down to 100, but as most of you found, the shortcut really isn't necessary. One discrepancy I would say is we called a layer where it had one meat and one cheese, and some people put a zero layer cost $0. Some people refer to the zero layer as the cheeseburger. It's not that the zero layer couldn't be referred to as the cheeseburger, but then technically we would have a -1 layer for somebody that doesn't like meat or cheese. So I'm going to go ahead and use one layer as the cheeseburger price, the 2 layers as the double, and then everyone realized this pattern that we added 90 cents for each meat and cheese patty. So continuing on, we could take this cell and add 0.9, 90 cents. And one thing I noticed when I reviewed the Excel files is nobody used the $sign to do this drag down feature to save some time. Right now, each of these cells just added 90 cents from the previous one. So a huge time saver. Definitely start playing around with Excel. We have the final project coming up, and it shouldn't take, hours on end if you start learning these shortcuts. Alright, next I'm going to highlight all this to add in the XY scatter chart and graphs it for us, right? Notice it didn't put 0. We could right click and add this trend line and display the equation. And here it is, 0.9x plus 0.85, which nobody had that one, but that's alright. We'll talk about the difference of how you had it in just a second. This forecast is pretty cool. Like if I wanted to go backwards, because right, if this is all linear, this should follow suit and it hits somewhere right here. So we could go back one period, back one full period to find that cost of the 0 layer. And I mean, we could go forwards, up through 100 if we wanted. But anyways. Alright, so this 0.9x plus 0.85. Nobody had that. Instead, I believe I've seen this 0.90x minus 1 plus 1.75. So this was with the understanding we had to take away one layer and add $1.75. This equation is fine. Some of you missed the fact that you do need to take away one layer if you had this, right? Like if I wanted the 100 by 100, I would actually do 0.9 times 99 plus the $1.75. Well, to show that these two are actually equivalent, if we distribute this 0.9, you'd have y equals 0.9x minus 0.9 plus 1.75. Well, if you take negative 90 cents, add it with $1.75, you would have exactly 85 cents here, right? So these are actually the same equation. Y equals 0.9x plus 0.85 after combining like terms. So again, it wasn't that your equation was incorrect. It was just some of you did not take into consideration we had to subtract this 1, right? So in fact, if you put 1 in there, we'd have 0.9 times 0, which is 0 plus $1.75, and that works out. If we put 0 in there, you'd have 0.9 times negative 1, so negative 90 cents plus $1.75, and we would have 0.85. So theoretically, a 0-layer burger, a burger without meat and cheese, should be 85 cents. Hope this helps. One thing I did want to, it's not going to pull it up, darn it. Anyways, this 85 cents we could see, right, that looks about right here as well. Hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions.